By the age of 18, a Black child in America faces up to a 70% chance of being investigated by Child Protective Services. According to research published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, the average risk in large counties is 41% for all children, but for Black children the range is 43 to 72%. Native children face similarly high risks. According to federal data, the majority of removals are not about abuse, but about neglect. In fact, more than 60% of all removals cite neglect as the primary reason. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Child Maltreatment 2023 report, 64% of substantiated cases were neglect only, and neglect often overlaps with poverty, things like not having stable housing, food, or childcare support. According to a 2023 study published in JAMA Network Open, hospitals are more likely to order newborn drug tests for Black families, especially when mothers had not received prenatal drug testing. That means Black parents are more likely to be flagged and referred to CPS from the very beginning. Different standards for different families. According to research from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, when comparing Black and white children with the same predicted risk, Black children are 50% more likely to be placed in foster care. In other words, even when the circumstances are equal, Black families are treated more harshly. CPS itself doesn't make a profit, but the system is funded in ways that create perverse incentives. According to the federal Title IV program, states are reimbursed 50% of their administrative costs and 75% of their training costs when children are removed and placed in foster care. For decades, this meant money flowed more easily for removals than for prevention. In addition, states receive federal adoption and guardianship incentive payments. $5,000 for each additional pre-adolescent adoption, $7,500 for children ages 9 to 13, and $10,000 for older youth. Foster parents and group homes are also paid daily rates that can range from $27 to over $100 per child, per day, depending on the level of need. So while caseworkers don't get bonuses for removals, the broader system does get more funding when children are taken into care. Much like the prison system that grows with every new prisoner, the child welfare system expands as more children are removed. According to national estimates, 1 in 17 children will ever enter foster care, but for Black children it is 1 in 9, and for Native children it is 1 in 7. These disparities remain even after accounting for poverty. Researchers agree that systemic racism plays a major role in who gets reported, who gets investigated, and who gets removed. So when we ask, is CPS in it to save kids, or in it for the money? The truth is complicated. The mission is child safety, but the funding structures and racial biases show us a system that targets Black and brown families disproportionately and often treats poverty as neglect. Until prevention and family support are funded as strongly as foster care, CPS will continue to look more like a business model than a lifeline.